Hmm. 안녕하세요. It's good morning, or it's the morning, and I'm supposed to get up, and I don't like getting up in the morning at all. I like to just wake up naturally whenever I feel like waking up and not be woken up, but alas, one must just be woken up. I'm gonna start trying to film more, I guess, vlog style and experiment with that a bit. So this is like an attempt at that. So this is, yeah, waking up in the day, and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna brush my teeth and get ready for the day and have breakfast, and I'm gonna do stuff like that. I don't really want to. It's really cold outside. It's really cold and it's snowy where I am, so I don't really want to do anything. That's how I feel this morning. Again, I am not really wanting to get dressed today. I don't really want to wear anything. I want to stay in my jammies all day. So I will try to see if I can find something that's, but I'm not type of person, to be honest. Like, I don't really like to hang out in like, active wear type stuff. So like some people, if they're not feeling it, they'll throw on some like gym leggings. I don't really like wearing that stuff unless I'm actually going to the gym, to be honest. So with my type of style, I guess you could say sometimes it's kind of difficult to find like, I guess like comfyish clothes. I don't really know how to explain, but like if you can kind of see in the closet, I do a lot of dresses, a lot of skirts, blouse type things. I have one pair of jeans because I don't really like wearing jeans very often, but I made an exception for this specific pair of jeans because they're like loose fitting and like I don't feel very constructed. That's why I generally like to wear skirts and dresses. I just don't like stuff on my legs, I guess you could say. So I really don't have a lot of pants. So like I live in the worst environment for that because it's so cold where I live during the wintertime. And so wearing dresses and stuff like kind of sucks because the only way to make that warm is like with tights. And like I just said, I don't particularly like wearing things like close to my legs, if that makes sense. So tights still fall under that category, so I will wear them. So I find them like better than jeans, but oh, I got these bottoms. The bottoms got dirty the other day. Oh, that's so irritating. Why did that not come out? It's like stained. That's super disappointing. That's the other reason why I don't like wearing jeans, is because in my environment, the salt and slush can stain the bottom of it, so that's really annoying too. This is what I think I'm gonna wear today. Hello, cat. Are you feeling camera shy? So cute. Play on me. I think I'll probably wear this. I don't know. Sometimes after I put something on, I change my mind, but I think right now it's this because it's like loose fitting skirt. It's got like sweater to go with it, so that's comfy. And I really did not like that I noticed that the bottom of my jeans were stained, and I'm gonna have to get that stain out before I wear those. So that will be on the agenda for today. Because nobody would really see it because it's like rolled up. Who's looking at the very bottom? But it's like I know it's there, and the longer a stain sets, the harder it is to get out. So it's like should just get out that right now. Oh, Sango, don't be so inappropriate on camera. Just bathing. I'm gonna get a strike on YouTube, I'm sure. Just kidding. So that's the outfit. Still have not done my hair yet, but the outfit's here. I might add a belt though. It's one of those things. This is why I like wear clothes. Should I put it this way? I don't know. This is why I wear clothes. Like I don't do a lot of like comfy. I don't know what you say. Like a lot of my clothes are like I said this, like skirts and dresses and stuff like this. And part of the reason why I do this is because like mental health wise, like a lot of times, especially during this time of year, I can get kind of like down in the dumps and like I don't know, seasonal depression is a real thing, that sort of thing. And during that time, like it's like I do just want to wear like sweats or my jammies all the time and like just be done with the world. And Then I find that once I start to get like dressed for real though, like now, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I look cuter with a belt. And like I wasn't really gonna go for a belt because it's kinda like tighter, but like now that I'm like in it, I'm like starting to get ready, I'm like, oh, that would look kinda nice. Like I'm starting to it brightens my day up a little bit when I kind of force myself to be a bit more put together. Like slowly as I'm doing it, I start to get more into it. And that's why I don't even have a lot of stuff like that. Like even like I said, I don't really have like a lot of like activewear type stuff or anything like that, and that's kind of part of it. It's just like I can't have the temptation, like for my own sake. I just have to like I don't know, put myself together. Otherwise, I don't want to be put together, and then it's just like with my like mental health, it just spirals. So I think I will. I'm gonna try this with a belt. I'm gonna see if I like that a little bit better. So we'll see. Yeah, I did. I decided to go with the belt, and I think that does kind of just look a little bit cuter. And then I even decided to go with a necklace too. Matchy, which just goes to show you, like I said. I don't know, that's just kind of how I am. Like, once I start getting going for the day, then I'm like, oh, you know what? I guess we could add more and be. Because, it does. It does, like, it, like, helps, like I'm in a blah kind of a mood, and the weather's blah, and, like, this is blah. And then when I see myself looking blah, I'm like, ugh, blah. It just makes you feel worse. Alright, so, getting makeup done for the day. I usually don't do my makeup in my room, actually. I normally do it in the bathroom, but it's, like, easier to film this way, so first time for everything. Putting, like, some sunscreen primer stuff on. Even though it's winter time, you should always protect your skin and face. Oh, goodness. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. See what we're dealing with hair-wise. Oh, my puppy's coming to say hi. Hello, suckers. Alright. Everything about me right now when it gets wintertime like this is just dry. My hair is dry. I mean, I generally have dry skin and dry hair. Like, what do they say, low porosity or whatever, at the best of times. But in the wintertime, it's just so much worse. Dad was coming in. I didn't really want my kids on camera, so I had to quick shut it off. But that was fine because I went and got this stuff right here. It's like this nourishing oil, and I put it on my ends to help, I guess, nourish. That's the goal. Well, I really kind of put it throughout the whole thing because, like, I like how it makes my hair look kind of shiny, especially in the back. But it's definitely good for the ends. And again, we're just trying to. But yeah, it's just, you see, like, my hair just looks so. I'm not saying that my hair looks bad right now, but it's like, it doesn't, because my hair is so dry, like, it could look better, you know? You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. I don't hate it. It's just, I've seen it look better. But, like, now my hair's not like that. I don't dye my hair. Like, this is, like, the natural hair color. So, I haven't bleached it, so I've, over the years really gotten it back to, like, a much more healthy place than it was. But I know it can be healthy or even still. And my ends right now are looking a little bit rough. Like, I could probably do with, like, a haircut, like, right there. Oh, so, anyway, that's my daughter. I'm gonna have to remember to, like, get her off camera. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Something. I was definitely saying something. I don't really remember. Anyway, I'm gonna get my hair in order, and then I'm gonna eat breakfast, and then I'll finish some makeup-y kind of stuff. And I think I will part my hair down this way today, so I might put it up. I'm gonna see how it looks after I get it all done. But, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Everything about my life is dry right now. And that is so true. So, part of this is some Pacifica Scalp Love stuff. My scalp gets really, really dry, and then flaky, not particularly delightful, and I don't know, the wintertime is just not good for me, y'all. Like, I don't really know what to say about it. It's just not a good time. It's not a good vibe for me. I don't know why I live in such a cold environment, giving this knowledge on myself, but you know, I do. So anyway, rub this in. Gotta rub it in for like 2 to 3 minutes. You can't just like throw it down. I'm trying a hair goal for me is like, as you can see, my hair is like, I'm mixed, so my hair is mixed, and so it's like a, you know, mix between curly and straight, so it's like wavy. Then when my hair is so dry, and the air is dry, my scalp's dry, my skin's dry, everything's dry, it just looks frizzy and not great. So like my goal right now, I got some like new stuff and whatnot, and my goal right now is just hair care, like just growth, like one, growing my hair out obviously, but just like healthier looking hair, like, so it's not dry looking, so it actually has like a good looking wave to it. I don't know. I am considering putting my hair up today just because like I'm already not a huge fan of what everything is looking like right now, but I don't know, we'll see. And because it's so dry, it's like breaking a lot, and I'm really trying to grow my hair like super long. I did a lot of damage to my hair in my 20s, because I straightened it like every day, and I liked to do really, really fun like hair colors, so with my hair being so dark, if you know you want to do hot pink or blue or teal or anything like that, like you're having to bleach your hair out to do that. And so I did that a lot, and my hair was all like, I used to keep my hair in more of a like a, what's that called, bob sort of style. In my 20s, I don't think my hair ever got longer than what it is right now, and my hair might be even a little bit, when straightened, it might be a little bit longer than even it was in my like 20s, but my hair couldn't really grow because of the breakage, and just like, you know, my hair would just kind of break off at the bottom. Like, it didn't like look bad with my hair colors or anything like that, but what people don't like realize is when you're dyeing your hair like that so frequently and then straightening and everything like that, it's like your ends get really damaged, so it's hard to gain length because your ends are just constantly breaking off. So up here can look fine, but your ends are just constantly breaking. That was another kiddo. I don't know, I told them that I was doing this and like definitely not to come this way, but what can you do? Alright, so I'm gonna just put on, my hair is looking good. I'm going to just I don't know, that's just bothering me. I'm going to put this on because I like to let this stuff kind of, well, no, I'm going to do this first because my skin is breaking out like so badly right now. Again, like my whole, everything is just going a little bit wild with this weather. But I like to let my skin tint sit on my face for a little bit to like absorb, I guess. I don't know if it really works, but it's just my routine. Eat, and then I come back and I finish everything else out. But like I said, I'm not, you know, I had poor choice of words earlier. I said I didn't want to do my makeup today because I was like lazy, but really it's not lazy. Like, it's not lazy to not want to do makeup. It's not proactive to do makeup. It's like, you just feel like doing it or you don't. Because like, really, if you're not having a day like I am today where I just like don't really want to do anything, and I do anything, then that's the opposite of lazy, right? Like, you're being, you know, proactive. But, you know, during these times when, like I said, I get a little bit sad during the cold, wintry months when it's hard to, like, go outside and stuff. I just like to choose my language a little bit more thoughtfully. So after I said that, later I was getting my kids' breakfast and stuff ready, and thought to myself, like, I'm not being lazy today. Like, look at all the stuff I'm doing. I'm doing things. Like, just because I don't want to do makeup doesn't mean that I'm being lazy. And in the end, I ended up kind of doing it anyway. But like I said, I don't usually don't do like a full face sort of thing every day, like cover like the foundation and all that stuff, just because I don't really want to. I don't know, for me, I feel like it's hard. Like, it'll look nice in pictures, but it's hard, like, in person for it to not to look cakey. And, like, if I'm not taking a picture, like, I don't know, what's the point? But there are people who know how to do that and doesn't look cakey, so then they look, dope all the time. But, like, I don't know if I'm, like, one of those people. I have a hard time making it not look, I don't know, it's a lot of effort, a lot of work to make it not look like that, and I have a hard time making it not look like that. With that said, I think I got some eyeliner in my eye. With that said, hair's looking better, skin is looking, better. We will finish up this makeup look in a minute. I'm gonna eat breakfast first. And depending on, we homeschool, so the kids have activities to do. So right now they're finishing up their breakfast, and then I'm gonna start mine. And I do usually do it like that, just because I like to get ready by myself. And with I don't like when the kids are coming in and out, so I usually have them doing something so I can get ready, then come out. But we always eat like lunch and dinner and stuff like that together. But yeah, so I'm gonna check in with them. Might film while I eat. I kind of want to read, so I could just film me reading. We'll see what I end up doing, but that's what I'm gonna do right now. I decided not to film the whole eating thing because I don't want to. I want to get stuff moved or anything. Anyway, I like to use this Laura Mercier stuff over the Isla stuff. I would use the Isla blurring powder, but at the Ulta I was at, they did not have it, so what can you do? I will be very happy though when, I don't know why, but when I do break out, it does not happen very often. It really does not. Even when I was like a kid, so like yay me, I guess. But when it has happened, it's here and it's here. And they go back, like this starts first, and then this one will. So then this one starts healing up, and this one starts being there, and then that's it. I don't know why. And then every once in a while, right here. Once in a while. Like if that's already once in a while, it's even more once in a while that I get it on my chin. I found this stuff at Walmart the other day. Yeah. I don't know why. Makes me think it's like a Death Eater one that makes me, the colors are Slytherin-y, so I really like it because my house is always the house of Slytherin. And oh yeah, another kiddo. So this is the thing this is why I always try to give them an activity, is because like you can see, I just like when I'm trying to get ready for the day, it's just like constant boop 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 boop. So another interruption, and like I said, I don't really like being on camera, so here we go. We'll try getting ready makeup on in another second. All right. Sorry, when I was opening this up, I just like totally broke that right there. It's all over my hand too. So frustrating. It's because I'm starting to get frustrated. Because like I said, like it's hard when you're trying to do something, and like this is how it is like all the time. Like I said, like every day, I'm like trying to do something, and since I have 3 kids, each of them is under the impression that they only come in here every once in a while, but it's kind of like they take turns. And so if one comes in, then like 2 minutes later, the next one comes in, and then 2 minutes later, the next one comes in, and we homeschool. And so, our day is, I think when you're like parenting and your kids go to school for the day, you get like, or even you go to like work for the, like, you can be like a stay-at-home parent where you send your kids to school, and then during the day you like get stuff done around the house, or whatever it is that you do, or maybe you have like a work from home sort of situation. I don't really know. I don't know your lives. My point is that they go about doing their own thing for a bit. But if you're a stay-at-home parent and you also homeschool, you are a teacher and you are a parent all the time, and there's no downtime from that. You know, you get up and it's your mom, and then you start school and you're the teacher. And so things where, you know, like a teacher or someone at work might get like a break, like a lunch hour or something to like do something, or like if you're like a teacher or something like that, like maybe you have time to kind of do your own things. But like I find, because I used to teach when my daughter was very young, and then I worked in like the nonprofit teaching sector, and I started out working like with the community at this like nonprofit where I helped sometimes like educate parents, like if they were having issues with their kids, not like bad issues. I mean, sometimes it could be bad issues, but like even simple things, like especially if you're a new time parent, first time parent, I guess it's easier to say. You know, you might not know, like, okay, like my kid's teething, what do I do to like help them through this time period? Or we're potty training and they're just like not getting it, like what am I supposed to do? So I would help with situations like that. I would organize stuff in the community, because like something that can be kind of difficult for parents is even just like learning how to like, and having like the space to like play with their kiddos in like a safe spot. So I'd organize like family fun nights and play groups for kids and parents to like play together. And then I organized a group where it was like kids could kind of practice like I can't think of what it's called, but basically it's like the separation anxiety, there it came to me, where they could practice like their separation anxiety, where they would play in one room and the parents would be in another room, and we can discuss like parenting topics while their kiddos played, you know, safely in the other room, obviously with other staff. But basically it was just like a way before school started, because you know it can be so jarring, especially nowadays I'm in America. I don't know what school's looking like for other countries or places or things like that, but in America, we used to have like half day pre-K, half day kindergarten. We don't really have that, at least in my area anymore. So it's like your kid turns school age, and you know, and a lot of times it's like 4, they're going to like a pre-K, or even now sometimes it's 3K. Anyway, they turn that age and you put them, you know, on the bus and you say goodbye. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I'm saying it's kind of hard for the kid. Like that first, you know, 2 weeks of school is kind of hard because they might not have ever been in a situation where they were just away from their parent that long. Like this is a skill that, you know, you have to practice. And so it's like a easy way for parents to bring their kids in and kind of practice those separation anxiety skills. And, you know, Daniel Tigered Up, where we always remember, you know, grown-ups come back, kind of a thing. This is a Fenty Beauty lip liner. It's like my favorite thing in the world. That's why there's almost none left. I actually have a lipstick, a MAC lipstick that goes perfectly with this. But very recently, my daughter, my 2-year-old, well, 3-year-old now, she killed it. It was a very sad day for me. Because, like, MAC lipsticks, they're not cheap. It was like $30. And I do really love it. But, like, I can't just go out and buy a new $30 lips thing, you know, whenever I see fit. I feel like this did not blend out the way that I usually like it to. I'm just gonna quick take the sparkle here. Just kind of. That's my own thing. Oh yeah. So going back to what I was saying, so I used to do stuff like that, and it's interesting because in some ways, once we started homeschooling, oh yeah, and then after that, I worked for the community, like during COVID. I worked with a homelessness initiative, helping kids like and families be able to like cope with that and, you know, do their school stuff during that time. And then also at a domestic violence shelter as well. So I have had like other jobs besides just like staying at home and being a stay-at-home parent. But this is just a personal opinion, and obviously everybody deals with stuff differently. But just in like I really love being able to stay at home and homeschool my kiddos and whatnot. Like I think it's a cool time. Um, but I do find that it's very hard to like separate out time so that I can like carve out some like me time, I guess you could say. And not even just to do stuff that I enjoy, but like just do basic necessity stuff like take a shower, do makeup and all that stuff. And like that is not a knock on my partner at all because like sometimes I feel like the bar might be set low for partners these days. Like just because I like see stuff online or like read Reddit stories and I'm like, oh, it couldn't be me. I'm super lucky. Like I don't know. I feel like we have a very good like dynamic, and we both. I don't think we have to have any like conversations of like, hey, can you help me do this, or like we just have that mentality of like see something, do something sort of thing. If like the dishes aren't quite done yet, and I'm busy doing something with one kiddo, like it's not like he's not gonna do the dishes. He's just gonna do the dishes. Um. So to me, not to be rude or anything, but I kind of thought that that was just like a common, just sense sort of things. But then sometimes you go online, and they'll be like these women, these moms who are like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home parent and my husband works, but then he like, if I ever say that I need a break or something, he's like, this is your job, and it's like, bro, you get a break from your job. You get the weekends, you get a lunch break, you get all kinds of stuff. You don't really get that when you're like being the stay-at-home parent, and I know stay-at-home dads experience that same type of dynamic. So I'm lucky that I don't like have that, but it's just like I said, like I do have somebody who appreciates what it is that I'm doing and recognizes that I need to do my own thing sometimes as well. Doesn't try to make me feel like guilty about that or anything like that, because that would be just wild. But it is like difficult because like because you are there all the time in this situation, because I'm here all the time. Um, like my kids get used to that, and so they get used to just asking me all the time. Like it's like embedded almost in their DNA. We can all be here at the house, and I could be in the middle of say like this, like doing my makeup or like talking on here, whatever, and they have a problem or an issue, like, oh, what am I supposed to do, or can you help me turn this on or something like that, and then walk past their dad and come to me. And it's not because they don't think that he is like capable, it's just because they're so used to just going to me. So that makes it kind of difficult. um but actually I can hear my timer going off because we're making cookies, because we're not after like I'm done, which I'm basically done, I'm just gonna do my eyebrows, but after I'm done, we're going to eat cookies and read Harry Potter. It's part of our school day. So our cookies are done. So yeah, our mornings, we just like barrel it along. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do that now. Cookies are out of the oven and they're cooling down. I did add a little bit of gloss to over my lip liner, and I did my eyebrows. Again, I kind of like to keep it light day to day. I'm gonna make my bed. As you can see, my bed's not made, and you can see the bed next to it is like a little cot. That's for our daughter. She's 3, and we still like kind of co-sleep. The bed we have right now, we recently got like a new bed, and it's full size, and it's just too small to like fit her comfortably when it's like me and my husband. And so we have her in like the little cot next to it, and then my husband wakes up really early, so then she like crawls in to like the bed later, or sometimes she just crawls in later, and like I'm just okay with being smushered, and I don't know, she's cute, so we just let it happen. But yeah, I have to make those. But yeah, we will make those. We will make the bed. We'll eat cookies and read some Harry Potter, which is fun. The kids have their math and their language arts day. It's a week, like this is our last week of school before we go on to school break, for like our schedule, because we celebrate Yule here and like all the first day of seasons types of things. So for us, like we do Yule and that goes into like Christmas. It's like a week-long kind of celebration for us. So this year Yule falls on the weekend, so because of that, Monday will be our first day off of school, and we always take 2 weeks off for our winter break, so we'll have 2 weeks off. And this is just like my own kind of thing. I don't like starting anything new. I don't like starting new concepts or anything like that right before any sort of a break, even if it's just like 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time, and if you're not actively being exposed to something, you're gonna like forget, and so then that next week come back is just like review anyway. So I don't know, I just find it for myself a little bit of a waste time. So this week is just review for us, so we just are doing some like review things for math and language arts. And we'll be doing like some fun things this week too. I mean, I think we always do fun stuff, but even more fun things, because we will make some crafts, and we will do some like baking things and things like that. We have like a holiday party, like a homeschool holiday party coming up with like friends and whatnot, so that will be fun. It's not like we get a party like that every day or something like that, so we're gonna do those things. But today's school day will be pretty, just like review basic stuff. They'll probably get through it pretty quick. We'll probably basically finish it up after like lunchtime, really. Maybe just have like one or two kind of things to do. And for like my own personal goals is that after we're done with the school day, I hope to go to the gym, because I got sick recently, and then I have anemia. So once I get sick, like I have a genetic anemic disorder. So like if I get sick, like my iron levels go down even like worse, and it's hard for me to like recover, and I'm just like really tired. And then with the weather being like it is, it just like throws me off like emotionally. And so I have not been to the gym for a bit, but like really, like it's one of the things that I do to help with my mental health, because releases endorphins and things, and you like feel better. Like it's not about like body type or like weight for me. I like feeling healthy. Like I I like feeling like I can do things that gives me like a sense of accomplishment. Like, oh, I worked really. It's one of those things where it's like you work hard at it, and you go a little bit further or something, and it's like cool because you feel to yourself, you're like I couldn't do this before, now I can, kind of a thing. And it's like you can see those results kind of quickly. Oh, my daughter's getting upset because she doesn't realize that the cookies have to cool down. They're doing she's getting her super wing time. Oh wait, hold on. Anyway, she's having her super wing time, because I don't know if you ever watched that kids show, but it's only like, I think they're like 8 minutes or something like that. Like the episodes are really really short. It's kind of like Bluey. And so whenever we have to do something like this, where it's like we're just waiting for like the cookies to cool down, then we will then for her, I'll let her watch like an episode of like Super Wings or something to keep her occupied, and then I can do something like this. But obviously, like the big kids who are like in school are doing their school stuff right now. They're just like, their reading time, so then they can like read for a little bit. But anyway, what I was saying about going to the gym is I like feeling like I have bettered myself, and it's like one of those ways, like when you go to the gym, like no matter, and I don't mean better myself and like this isn't like a body image thing. I just mean like, for example, I could go on the stairs sometimes, and I'll do the stairs now for like 30 minutes. And obviously, the first time I tried to do that, I literally thought I was gonna die. And in fact, I might have, like, my soul might have left my body, and now I just resurrected myself through the power of sweat. I don't know. It was difficult, but like I did it. And then I kept, every week I would do that. One of my workouts, I would just 30 minutes stairs. And then what was it like? Before I got sick, it was literally like 3 weeks ago. I was doing my stairs, and after I got done, these two women came up to me and they were like, "How long were you doing those stairs?" And I was like, "Oh, I do it for like 30 minutes." And they're like, "That was impressive. That was amazing. Like, I can't believe that you were like going for like that, like long." And it made me feel so good about myself. Like, more so than like if, I know sometimes people feel good if like someone says like, "Oh, it looks like you've lost weight," or something like that. And I'm not saying that that doesn't feel good, but just like for me, for my own personal thing, and I think because of like just like teenage, early 20 like body issues that I like had, for me, it can be a little nerve-wracking sometimes to be told compliments about my body, if that makes sense. Like it can, just like depending on the day and where my like brain is at the time, like sometimes I can be like, "Oh yeah, thank you," but like sometimes I'll be like, "Oh yeah, thank you," but in my head I'm like, "Oh my god, you're an ugly piece of crap." I don't know why those two conflicting things happen. It's just like how it is. Like it makes me think like sometimes it can make me think like, "Oh, it's because you weren't very good looking beforehand," or you weren't very like nice looking beforehand, or something like that. Obviously those things aren't like true, but it's like sometimes when you're in that headset, that's just what happens. But when like somebody's impressed by like my strength kind of thing, then I'm like, "Oh, wow." Like I don't know, I never feel bad about that. Like I never think about it later and think like, "Oh, maybe I didn't look very good beforehand," or something like that. I always just think like, "Oh man, I'm getting like super cool." And so I do want to go to the gym today because I haven't for a while because I've been sick. And then it was like holidays, sick, and then like we've had like just terrible weather, and it just brings me down a bit. Because it's so cloudy and it's not a lot of sun. And so that throws me off, and so that makes me not want to go do stuff, and I find excuses not to do stuff, and so I really have to start doing stuff again. And you gotta give yourself a chance, when you're not feeling your greatest mental health ways. You have to give yourself a chance to like start feeling better, which is why I force myself to get dressed, and I force myself to like get a little bit more put together, and I force myself to go to the gym, and I force myself to just like cook. Like today for breakfast, I did not want to actually really make anything that was like difficult, but I did because it's like better for you, you know. It's like better than just like grabbing the pot, like, and I mean like for your mental health. Like I don't mean like like even the argument for like health wise could be that, but I mean like for your mental health. Like if you eat like foods that are good for your brain. So I made sure to do that today. And I'll make sure to do that tomorrow. And like sometimes like I said, like this weekend, I had like a just bleh. Like I was like on Saturday, I'm going to just do nothing except for watch Singles Inferno on Netflix. And that's like all I did. I just like stayed in my jammies all day and like did that. So it's like when you're feeling like down, like you can give yourself, at least for me, I give myself like a day to do that. And then I'm like, okay, but now you have to try to get it together. Because if I keep staying there, it just lasts longer. Like I just down further and further and further. And then it's just not a good scene. So I try to push myself forward. With that said, I'm gonna go do like our normal school day and do school stuff. I might check in with this later for when like I go to the gym, or if I decide to do any crafting stuff today or anything like that. But again, I don't really like to have like this type of, I guess, vlog. It's not gonna be like a family vlog if that's what you're kind of hoping for, even though obviously I'm a stay-at-home parent and I homeschool and stuff like that. Like that's not really the vibe I'm going for. And I don't know, I don't really like having like my kids on camera. Some kids I think probably really like that, and I think like my kids would probably like it if I asked them, if they want to do it, they might think it's cool. But I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just think it's a delicate like balance doing that, and I don't know if I'm the type of person who can delicately balance that. I think I would rather just it be myself, and I will give you guys interesting updates about my like family sometimes, but it's just mostly be just me. So a lifestyle blog about me, and kind of like how everything says like working on learning Korean and going to Korea and like living there. So it'll be about that journey, that glow, the glow of my hair, be like personal glow ups and things like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say right now, so I'm gonna go do school stuff. So bye. Or 안녕하세요. I am going to. We're done with our school day. So yes, Harry Potter was great. Cookies was great. School was great. My eldest is in 7th grade, so she was working on some fraction review stuff and some like grammar type review thingies. My 2nd grader was working on some, it's like language arts review, but like reading help kind of review kind of stuff, like reading strategy things, like identifying rhyming words and syllables and things like that sort of nature. He was working on that today. And then for his math, he was just reviewing skip counting again, just the various skip countings. And then so you do something like it's 100. Oh, hold on. What was he working on again? Oh yeah, he's working on, oh yeah, so if you give a number like it's 100, what would the number be before it if you're counting by twos? And then that'd be 98, like that kind of thing. And then my 3-year-old is just being 3. She runs around, she does 3-year-old stuff. But right now, I didn't make my bed like the whole day, so I'm gonna make my bed because I actually do like making the bed. And getting into a nice toasty bed. And then like you can see, our bed is not, that's another thing that's kind of funny about our room, is the bed is not on a bed frame. And the reason for that is actually because we do, like all the kids have always like co-slept with us, and we have the bed on a frame. And sometimes like when they get older, you know what I mean, so My son was a real mover when he was like, he started sleeping with us when he was like 2 or 3. Because like before he didn't really, but then I think because it was COVID and things were kind of, yeah, it was 2 because it was COVID and like I was working at one point. I had to work nights for the domestic violence shelter, and I think that really threw him off until he started co-sleeping, and he would just roll out of the bed. Like, it's not funny, but it was like he just was like a wild sleeper, and so put the bread on the ground so that way when he like would roll off, like it would be dangerous. And we just never put it back up. And now I think all of them all kind of started to like they all slept with us like when they got a little older. Like they would sleep in their like bassinet stuff in their rooms when they were like little, not in the rooms, in our room, and then from there they just went straight to our bed. And all of them have done that. So now our 3-year-old does that as well, and so we've just kept the bed as it is. But I'm gonna make the bed, and then it's Monday, so I'm into letter writing. So today's the day that I do my letter writing. So let's do that. and I vacuumed. Yay. Okay. So like I was saying, I'm really into letter writing, and I don't like, I'll lower this because we're gonna need to see the paper. It's not necessarily about people writing me back. I just like the idea of like writing a letter and people like getting it in the mail and it's being like a fun day to brighten their day sort of a thing. So people do write me back and that's like always cool, but I never want people to feel pressured. But I have like this list. Keep it in my cute little, I like, as you can see, the stuff on that pad is like my daughter's kind of stuff, but like those two things are actually just mine. And a few of the bears on my daughter's stuff is actually just mine. I really like stuff like that, and so I don't care. I have it for myself as well. And so that's why I have like a cute address book, a My Melody address book. She's adorable. Anyway, so I just put everybody's that I know, or like who's I'll just ask people like, oh, do you want me to write you a letter? And so everybody that I know, and I just stick their address in here, and I just go in order of each person, unless someone does actually write me back. Like every once in a while someone writes me a letter, and then I will write them back immediately, and then I continue going through like my order list. So I try to write at least 3 letters a week because it makes me happy, and so I'm going to try to do that today. And when I do my letters, I like to use cool stationery and like stamps and things like that. So right now, I actually only have, I'm actually not going to use, so I have one more left. This was I got this around Halloween, this type of stationery. And I literally have 1 page of that left. And I'm probably going to let the kids use it for like some sort of just like if they want to write a letter, or if they just want to like mess around or something, I'll let them use it for that. Because when I do my letters, I like everything to look kind of like the same and similar and have like a cool little vibe going on. And so right now what I've actually been doing is I got some like blue cardstocky paper because it's like winter time, and I'm going to be making my own stamps soon, but for right now I have like these little woodland stamps that I've been putting on, and then I've been using like a brown kind of an ink for it, because I don't know, for Christmas time, like I think of like I said, I live in this very snowy area, so I think of like snow and woodlandy and things like that. So I wanted my stationery or my paper to kind of like reflect that. And so then I usually do kind of like stamps for it. I'll stamp it around. Sometimes I do add, depending on what I have available, sometimes I do add like little stickers or things like that. And then right now, I literally ran out of stamps right now, but thankfully my sister has made these like handmade envelopes that she has, and then she actually put a stamp on there for them. So I'm going to be using those since I'm out of stamps right now. I will be using these ones, and actually I will do kind of like more of an update on this like later, but we are planning to move soon out of country, and so I have to use these stamps before we go because I'll have to get different stamps when we're in a different place. I do that, and then back when I was using that Halloween-y kind of stationery, then I had these kind of cool envelopes, but now I'll use the other envelopes I just said. And then I like to do like a wax seal, and so right now I only have 2 wax seals. I have this one that looks like a bird or like a sparrow, and then I have this one that's like a rose. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see because there we go, kind of like a rose thing. But yeah, so I do them like really pretty, and I stamp them and I seal them, and I feel like people do enjoy them. So I think I will. And then like with like the stamps things, like I don't know, I'm kind of like somebody who's just like, I'm not big on making everything like, things are my aesthetic, you know, and that doesn't mean like unnecessarily a good aesthetic. Does that make sense? I just do whatever I feel kind of like in that moment. So like if I'm doing like, it's very rare for me, for instance, like right now I'm making the stationery, like I'm stamping, and it's very rare for me to like really like think about it, you know. I usually just grab a stamp and I just go for it. So the first stamp that I grab, that's the one that it is. And I don't know, I'm kind of one of those people where I think like, I always like think of it as like almost like fate, like, oh, it was just meant to look this way. So in this case, you know, I just grab stamps randomly and I just do what I'm feeling. And so this is what I ended up feeling like in that moment. So then I'll write my letter on here. But my letters are usually, you know, I try to write a lot. Like, I don't want it just to be like, blop, blop, blop. Here's a letter. Like, I try to write a lot about, like, my day or things that I've been doing or stuff like that. To make it like a longer letters because like I don't know, it's just like I think it makes it more fun. So like my letters usually I try to have them be like, you know, 3-4 pages long, and then on top of that I have also been working on like watercolors which I'm not very good at, to be honest. But I'm like trying. And then even with the watercolors, so today I'll try to work on some more watercolors today as well. And even with the watercolors, I like to put little quotes on there because when I was in school, I had this teacher, my English teacher, and she would do a quote of the day. Like every day the quote would change, and I thought that was so cool. So now I have a thing for quotes, and I like to just put them places and whatnot. So on my I was trying to see if I have any. I might be out of, let me see. Oh, I might actually be out. Okay, I really do have to work on, well, actually in this case, so I like to send a little watercolor thing, like a little bookmark or something, and then I usually put a quote on there, and then I choose those at random. Like I never make one specifically for a person. I just put them in a pile and I randomly choose, and whatever you get, I always just figure like that's what you needed to hear that day. But now I'm realizing that I am actually out of those little bookmark things that I was been sending. So I'm going to have to make those before I even start my letters. This is what I ended up doing on the back of that paper, by the way. So on the front, I started with the little foxes and then a bird in the center. And then I just reversed it on this side. But sometimes I just do completely random stuff too. You just really never know with me. That sounds like so cool, but, or like I'm trying to be cool, but I'm not actually trying to be cool. But what I'm really trying to say in a polite way to myself is that I'm a bit disorganized and I don't necessarily like to follow through on anything. In fact, that's kind of why I like the idea of doing, like, I've been experimenting with different videos. I think this is going to be the first one that I actually, like, I've uploaded some other ones, like, on my studying Korean. Oh, look, that's my laundry, so I still have to do. On me studying Korean and stuff like that. But I'm kind of into, like, I've noticed last time that not all of my, I think I'm going to make some actual big pictures. Anyway, I noticed that actually fit in this envelope. But I'm actually into stuff kind of like performance art kind of stuff. I'm into plays and things of that nature. And so this kind of like vlog style where in some ways it feels like a little bit of performance art, you know, day in the life sort of thing. That's kind of how I want to approach everything. So I like that style. I just realized I think I just like literally was talking about one thing and then went into something else. I don't know. Anyway, we'll make it this size. This one's not going to be bookmarks. Sometimes I do bookmarks. Lately I've been doing bookmarks. I'm on a little bookmark kick. This is not necessarily a bookmark. This you can just put on like a magnet or something to make sure they fit inside the envelope. Right. So this one can be a bookmark. This one can be a bookmark. And this one is just going to be some sort of a picture. And I don't really know what sort of a picture I will do. This is so ridiculous. So originally I got this. This is the first thing I got. It's watercolors in the woods. And it's supposed to, like, you know, be easy, beginner friendly sort of a thing. Girl. Or boy. Or they. Whoever it is. Oh, I'll get back to this. Hold on. Sorry. Another interruption. Anyway, so I got this originally. So when I first started doing watercolors, this is what I got. Found it at Michael's. It's called Watercolor in the Woods. And I just want to point out that literally on the back, the reason why I got this is it says explore these beautiful woodland realms, which like I'm into that sort of stuff. But like the back says beginner friendly art tutorials. And like maybe it's like beginner friendly for like people with a background in art or something. Like let's say you painted and you've drawn before and you'd be like, oh, this is kind of easy. But like I like drawing stuff in like high school. I'm 35 now, okay? It's been a hot second. So to give me something like this, and this is step one, just draw that. Like step one is just like draw the outline. And this is the outline. Like this. This is the outline. How? No. I cannot draw that as an outline. And then somehow you get from that wild outline to like just like straight up you've watercolored this. Couldn't be me. So it is really pretty. Like the book's pretty and the drawings look pretty and it looks like stuff that I wish I could do, but I'm definitely not at that level yet. So I'm gonna look up a YouTube video. That's what I've just been doing. I've just been looking up like random YouTube videos and I like tried. I was in flowers for a while, and so I've been doing a lot of flowers. Last week I did some kind of like mountainy kind of things, like landscape sort of stuff. But today, because it is getting to be that Christmas time, I'm gonna try to paint a Christmas tree using my YouTube tutorial, and it's not going to come out like the tutorial, I'll tell you that for free. But, that's why, what I was saying, like, performance arts of it all. Like, just the idea of just trying your best on something. So that's what we're going to do today. So I did this so you can kind of see what I've got going on. I'm going to turn it this way since it is a Christmas tree. Got my paintbrushes. I don't even know what brush I'm going to use, so I might not be using this one.
Okay. Um, so I did a little bit of work today on a crochet project that I want to do for Christmas. So here, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. I'm making this. That's the back of it. And I'm going to make it for my sister for Christmas. I'm hoping to have it done in time for Christmas, but Christmas is pretty close. But this is what I have so far in this kind of like a tan. My sister really likes earthy colors or like neutrally colors. But I think it is, you know, it's starting to come together. Needs to make it like a little bit bigger. So I did do some work on this today. And after spending some family time and working on this, I'm going to go to the gym. Oh, there's my dog's little yawn. I'm going to go to the gym. Then when I come home, I'm going to start dinner. And while doing dinner, then I'll probably write
some of the letters, and then I'll be getting close to like getting ready for bed and all that jazz. But at the gym today, I want to do, I'm going to do actually that stair workout I was talking about earlier. So I'm going to do the stairs for 30 minutes, and then I'll probably do the elliptical. I'll either do the elliptical for an hour, or I'll do, if I decide to do, I think that's what I'll do. I'll probably do the elliptical for an hour. I'll probably try to get in like 5 miles. And so that's going to be the goal for the day, because it's kind of like a soothing workout. Like it's like chill, just like kind of crush it, and you can like listen to music and stuff like that while you're doing it. So I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, so now I'm gonna get ready, and then I'm gonna go do that stuff. All right, so I finished my workout, yay! And we had dinner, and like I actually had to go like straight as soon as I came inside from my workout. We had to like eat dinner. I'd already gotten stuff like preheated for the oven, and my husband had put it in already. And so then as soon as I got through the door, ding, it was time to eat. So I ate. I don't need to normally like to eat when I'm like still sweaty, but my workout was a little bit later, and like I don't want to have like a really late dinner for the kids and stuff. So we had it just right away, and then I ate dinner and did my workout, and now I'm going to take a shower and then basically get like ready for bed. Oh goodness, so loud. And everyone's like, the kids and stuff are starting to get ready for bed too, so I'm gonna keep this kind of short because I'm gonna go out there and help them get ready for bed. So we're gonna get them ready for bed, and then I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm gonna get my jammies on, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. And I'll probably maybe do one check-in after I've gotten my jammies on and whatnot. But basically, yeah, this was like a typical Monday of my life in the Midwest, I guess you could say. The only bummer was I didn't really get a chance to do my letters, so I'll have to do my letters tomorrow. I don't think I'll have a chance to do them tonight, like I think I'll have to do. But I did, like I said, I did finish some of these, and maybe I'll do some more work on these tomorrow. Not on these specific ones, but make some more, because I only have 3. And like I said, I like to put them in letters and stuff like that, so I might make a few more trees since they're kind of Christmassy themed tomorrow. And yeah, that'll be it. The workout went well. It was tiring. Did the stairs and the elliptical. So stairs for 30 minutes, elliptical for an hour, and then so an hour and a half workout. So it's pretty good. All right, that's basically it. All right, I'm all ready for bed. I washed my face and took a shower and all that fun stuff. And oh, there's my doggy. But yeah, so that's like a typical kind of a day. I'm going to probably watch like, I don't know, Workaholics or something, or my husband have been rewatching, or not rewatching. Well, I've been kind of rewatching. He's just been watching NCIS Origins, so maybe we'll watch that before we go to bed as well. But either way, this is like the end of the day, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get to do some like letter writing and things like that, since I didn't get to today. I did practice Korean like a little bit today. I did some like Korean flashcards. But I definitely need to have practiced more. So that was also kind of something that I didn't get around to. I'm glad I got like a little bit, but I definitely need more practice on that. And I think tomorrow I might do like editing of this video. So for Tuesday, I'll do like editing for this video. And then I might film tomorrow, like I might film some like conversational Korean for like a study vlog sort of a thing. Or I might film some like letter writing stuff. I don't know. But I will definitely edit this. So hopefully I'll get to that stuff. But with that being said, I'll say good night. 안녕하세요. See you tomorrow.